Good evening, Taverners. How are we doing? Welcome back to the Matchday Tavern. My name is Key. We are live for Thomas Tuchel's Three Lions against Thomas Christiansen's. I don't know how you're pronouncing it. He's Danish anyway. Thomas Christiansen's Los Canaleros, Panama, who have been, do you know what, actually have been a lot better than I thought they would be in this tournament. They gave Ghana a game. Ghana needed a last-minute goal to beat them, and allegedly a little bit of voodoo and some things going on in that one. And not just that, they gave Croatia a great game as well. I thought they were fantastic against Croatia, unexpectedly as well. So yeah, it's going to be a bit mad. This I'm not really sure what to make of Panama just yet. But England, again, we don't really know what to make of them. They were dreadful against Ghana. Probably deserved to lose that one. And I'm looking forward to the game. Obviously, we've got two games tonight. I'm going to be doing this one. I'm also going to be doing Colombia, Portugal straight after it. Question mark over the third one. I might even possibly do Jordan, Argentina. I don't know yet. There's not really an awful lot riding on that one. Jordan are out. Argentina are through as group winners. Doesn't really... I think they'll probably... yeah. I think I might just leave that one, but I don't know, because I would quite like to see Messi and see if he's gonna do it. Who knows? Oh, I've got the kits wrong. Panama are in white, England in red. Damn, that's something I need to change now. Right, anyway, how are we all doing? Good to see everyone in the chat. Lots of love. Before we get stuck in, obviously, big thank you to Oxford Natural. As always, sponsors of the Matchday Tavern throughout the World Cup. If you're looking to kickstart your health journey, if you're looking to make some positive changes, and you know, think about, yeah, again, making some positive health changes, then Optimum Day and Night, you could go a whole lot worse than taking a look at Oxford Natural and the results that people are getting from using the Optimum Day and Night supplements. You can see some just here on the right-hand side. Robbie from AFTV, absolutely singing their praises. He loves them. Michael Owen, the same. KG, the same. I'm well on my way. Like we say, it's no miracle cure. There is no, quick fix with these things. It does take time, but you have to start and make some really positive changes every single day. And Optimum Day and Night supplements are a big help in that regard. Optimum Day helps you with your cravings, helps you with your energy, keeps you on track. And then Optimum Night helps you with your sleep, making sure you rest, recover, reset properly, which is mega important when you're trying to get that summer bod. So yeah, I'm working on a before and after picture. If you want to, join the journey, if you want to get amongst it, then you can get 70% off your first order. Go and click the link in the description. You can scan the QR code, which is on screen throughout. Go and check them out. Great bunch of guys. Thank you very much, Oxford Natural. And with that said, let's get stuck into England, Panama. I think that's how you pronounce it in the local dialect. England said, Thomas Tuchel has gone with Jarrell Kwanzaa at right back tonight. That's the big news. The very big news is Thomas Tuchel goes with Jarrell Kwanzaa at right back. He's got Ezri Konsa starting at centre-back with Mark Gay. No real surprise there. Nico O'Reilly on the left. Elliot Anderson, soon to be Manchester City player Elliot Anderson, starts in midfield alongside Jude Bellingham and Morgan Rogers. And then it's Bukayo Saka on the right. Marcus Rashford gets the nod on the left-hand side ahead of Anthony Gordon. Again, not a massive surprise, that one, after Anthony Gordon, the way he played the other day. And centre-forward, as you'd expect, is always Harry Kane. Yeah, not a huge surprise there. Orlando Mosquera starts in goal for Panama. Amir Murillo, Fidel Escobar, Jose Cordoba, Andres Andrade and Jorge Gutierrez as a back five. They've got Christian Martinez, Joel Barcenas, Carlos Harvey, Jose Luis Rodriguez in a midfield five, and then starting at centre-forward, the lone centre-forward, Thomas Rodriguez. It's a surprise they've not got a few players in there that I would have thought they would have had. No Carrasquilla, the kind of star, I guess. No Annabelle Godoy. Murillo at right back is known by CONCACAF supporters as the best player nobody outside Central America knows. That was what a top journalist in Central America said. Right, let's get the old chat up on screen. I've got the chat up on screen. Come on, Key, what are you doing? Ollie, how many knockout games you doing? I'm doing all of them. Absolutely every single one of them. I will not miss a knockout game. I will not miss a knockout game at all. My good lady wife and my little girl have jetted off. They've left me. Oh. No, they've gone on holiday. So to some extent, I have no distractions. I'll still be getting, pictures and stuff every day and making sure they're okay to as much as you can from thousands of miles away. But, I'm just going to be enjoying the football. That's kind of my focus now to the end of the World Cup, is watching lots and lots of footy with you lovely people. Who else have we got in the chat? Ian, Matty, good to see you, Ian. City of Northville, Sarah, 3-star, great to see you as well, mate. There was news today broke about a former Nottingham Forest player who plays for Cape Verde, who's now in trouble as well. It seems an awful lot of footballers getting banged in trouble for the same sort of stuff in the last couple of years. Mr. Turnables, how's it going? Hiller, good to see you. Key, you're 1 hour late. I realised I'd set the time to start for 8:45 rather than 10:15. Good evening, Eddie. How are you, sir? Right, what are we missing on TikTok? Sorry, folks, I'm not ignoring you on TikTok. Let me just put my watch on. Not that I'll be doing an awful lot during the game, like it's an Apple Watch. I don't think I'm going to track too much during the game. What are we saying? Kieran says, what is it in footballers not being able to keep it in their pants? I don't even think it's just that. I just think it's pure, I don't know, idiocy. Just not all there, these people. Just not all there. Good to see you, man. Key, what's your thoughts on the Xhaka news? Yeah, Xhaka. Xhaka leaving Sunderland for Chelsea. What do we make of that, folks? Xhaka leaving Sunderland for Chelsea. That is mad. What else have we missed? Sorry, sir, a good idea. The City, if Elliott is worth 116 million, Curtis Jones has won 2 Prems. We want 65 mil. I think just with him having a year left on his contract, that's the problem for Curtis Jones, isn't it? Yeah. Key, have you heard about Gakpo and his part? Oh, yes, I did, actually. Yes, I did. Very, very sad. Like a truly, truly horrible experience, that. If anyone... I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. It's absolutely awful, that. To have a baby and you're planning for it and you've got the date locked in, you've got all the baby stuff bought, and you're totally invested in it. Yeah, it's horrible. Truly, truly horrible experience. Wouldn't wish it on anyone, and I just hope they're together. That's all I can. I just hope. I don't know if she's over there for the World Cup. I don't know what's going on if they're over there for the World Cup together or whatever, but I can't imagine going through that stuff separately. I mean, to be honest, again, COVID is, it happened to us. It happened to us during COVID, and my wife had to find out on her own in hospital. They wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let anyone in. So she had to go through it to some extent on her own and then come and tell me in the car park. Like, it was mad. It was horrible. So I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Would not wish it on anyone at all. Shahid, how is your health today, Key? You're looking much better today. I'm a lot more alert and alive. I'll say that. I'm a lot more. I've had a sleep. I'm a bit more with it today. Prince Rupert says Chelsea buying Xhaka. Didn't see that one coming. I mean, they need experience in the middle of the park. If they are going to move Enzo Fernandez out, they could do a whole lot worse than Granit Xhaka. Don't know if Gakpo's flown back. She's back here. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? I mean, to some extent. Listen, the World Cup's the pinnacle of your career as a footballer. I get it, but there's just nothing more important than family. There really isn't. There's just nothing more. It pales into insignificance. Whatever is going on in life doesn't matter when that stuff kicks in. Really doesn't matter. Callum says, do you think Ronaldo will start tonight? Well, I certainly hope so. I would imagine so, yeah. I would certainly imagine so. Apparently England, by the way, if England win tonight and Congo beat Uzbekistan later as well, then there's a very, very good chance England get Congo in the next round. There is a very slim chance as well that we get Senegal. But it's looking like Congo. As long as Congo beat Uzbekistan and England win tonight, it's almost certain that it's going to be England v Congo in the next round. United Dan, we just hope Portugal win tomorrow. Well, it's the early hours of this morning. I'm going to be live for it. As soon as this game finishes, we're going to be doing Portugal against Colombia. Should be a great one. City of Northville, COVID was awful. Nearly lost my mother during it. She had a long hospital stay to recover. Couldn't even visit her once. Barely let me get her a phone for FaceTime. Horrible. Yeah, honestly, it was just a mad time. Dreadful. Truly dreadful. And yeah, people went through the worst things. Because everything else carried on, didn't it? I mean, you know, those people I knew who had cancer and were struggling and then went through COVID as well. And that was, yeah, I had to go through it in isolation and all sorts. And then you had funerals with limited numbers of people, couldn't hug each other in funerals. Jesus Christ, what a mad time that was. Sure, we'll all look back on that we look back on it now. It still seems mad that it happened. Baffling. Right, England in the red, playing from right to left. Panama have already had a shot on goal. This charming Dan, if very pragmatic, if Xhaka goes, he goes. If Chelsea are willing to pay what we ask, and if he wants to go, so be it. Do I want him to go? Obviously not, but it's how football goes. I think the thing is, mate, you paid, what, 20 million quid for him? He's like 33, 34. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much you're going to get for him. Vuyo says, for those who don't know, Cole Palmer liked the Fabrizio Instagram post of Xhaka and Chelsea links. Again, good. I mean, listen, Cole Palmer, I'm sure will be delighted with a bit of leadership in the Chelsea dressing room, and Xhaka certainly is that. I think it was a fabulous signing for Sunderland last year, probably signing of the season. Mr. Turnables, Ghana has an incentive to throw the match today, by the way. Why? Why do Ghana have an incentive to throw the match? I mean, listen, if Ghana were to beat Ghana beat Croatia by Ghana beat Croatia by 3-0. Scotland could, in theory, qualify. Scotland have to hope Ghana win 3-0 against Croatia to go through. What the hell are England doing? All over the place in the opening couple of minutes here. Panama are on top of us, you know. Panama are bang on top of us. Mr. Turnables, if we win, our next match is in Canada. Party can't play in Canada. Yeah, but who would you be playing? If you win, who are you going to play? Forget where you're going to play. I mean, listen, I don't think... Do you think Thomas Partey is really that instrumental to Ghana and how they play? I'm honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I mean, I think he's a good player, don't get me wrong, but I don't think it's like... Surely that's not what Ghana's World Cup hinges on. I don't think you'd probably prefer the easier team, wouldn't you? Portugal. Yeah, so you're not... Yeah, I think if it was a straight shot, if you could either have Thomas Partey playing against Portugal, or the alternative is maybe no Thomas Partey, but you play a lesser team, oh, you'd definitely take the alternative, wouldn't you? No Thomas Partey, but you play someone else. He makes a huge difference, actually. Well, he's a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player and he's not important to Ghana as a football player on the pitch. I'm just saying I don't know how vital he would be. I'm sure you've got another player in there you could still manage. You could manage. Brendan, Sunderland won't be able to command much of a fee for Xhaka, surely. How's it going, Anfield Corp? Good to see everyone in the chat. Max, how's it going? Cheers for liking the live, mate. Cheers for the follow. Jordan, do you reckon England win, Key? Yes, I do. I think we win 2-0 tonight, or at least, I'm hoping so. I'm praying so. I need England to win 2-0 tonight. And it's not actually been a great start. Panama, opening 4 minutes here, Panama have been all over England. They've had a shot on target. They've kind of ruffled our feathers down that right-hand side. England haven't really got into the Panama half until now, 4 minutes in. I know it's only 4 minutes, but you know what I mean. It's not like they've been straight out of the blocks. Rashford, great ball in. This is better. Bellingham. That going to be a corner? Yep, cornered England. That's what we needed. Max says hi, Key. My dad's in New York at the match. Nice. Lucky him. Ryan says, need Portugal to win tonight so we can still get Messi v Ronaldo one last time. And Anfield Corp, do you prefer an all-specialist midfield or a jack-of-all-trades combination? Probably a jack-of-all-trades. I mean, that's what that's what Liverpool have been used to. I assume you're talking about Liverpool or England, I don't know. When Liverpool have won things, we've won things with a midfield that can kind of do a bit of everything. Milner, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Fabinho was a bit of a specialist, but he could also get forward and ping him in. Shahid, are Scotland out of the World Cup, Key? Yes, they are. Almost certainly. They need Ghana to win by 3 or more goals tonight against Croatia. That's the only way they go through. And even then, I still think there's another couple of permutations there. City of Northfield, Cole Palmer would need 3 months recovery on any groin surgery, and still he's just hanging out on Insta liking shit. And Stephen G, hi Key, how you doing with the heat? And also, what do you think the score will be? I'm doing all right, mate. Hopefully you are too. I hope everyone's doing all right with the heat. It's been a little bit more manageable today. I think the last couple, we've kind of, I don't want to tempt fate, but it feels like we're kind of over the worst of it. Been able to take the dogs out tonight and kind of take them on a bit of a walk before the game when it's cooled down. That wasn't the case yesterday or the day before. So, and you can sleep. You can sleep. You need a lot of fans or just a very, very strong one. Or if you can somehow get a bit of aircon in there, then you know you can do all right with that as well. Cheers, Mr. Turnables. Thank you very much, mate. Jordan, are you watching any of the late games? I am, yes. I'm doing Colombia-Portugal at 12:30, so I'll be up till... I'm here with you now until about 2:15, maybe 2:30, and then I'm going to make a decision at that point to see how I feel. If I'm tired, then I'm going to swerve Jordan, Argentina. But I have got Jordan, Argentina loaded, scheduled. It's there. It's just private. And I've got the thumbnail. I've got everything done. So I do just need to basically publish it. So if at 2:30 I'm ready for another game, I might just stick it out. I might go for Argentina. This charming Dan says, Key, we paid about 17 million. The fee I saw quoted in the Chelsea thing was 30. He's still got 2 years in his contract. If he wants to go, I want him gone anyway. No player is bigger than the club. That's very true. But you're not getting 30 million for Granit Xhaka. There's no world in which... I'll be honest, mate. I think if you get what you paid for him, you've done well. Irrespective of how long he's got left on his contract, I think you've to some extent, you've kind of got to say, Granit, thanks, mate. I appreciate you. You did a great job for us. You did a fabulous job. You know, you go with our blessing. Go and enjoy I mean, to be honest, he's got Europe at Sunderland, hasn't he? He's got Europe at least at Sunderland. City of Northville, Jose Lopez, over 1.5. Well, he's already had one, hasn't he? I don't think that's a shot on target. I don't think it would be. Mosquera pushes it away. Oh, sorry, the shot on target. Yeah, sorry, the one that got the corner was. Ronaldo hat-trick would be mad. Do we think there's any... I mean, there's been some mad things happen already in this World Cup. We've had the psychic who said there would be an alien invasion during the Brazil-Scotland game. Goes without saying that didn't happen. Just in case you were under the impression it might have. We've also had the mathematician that predicted the winners of the last 4 World Cups, and he got them all right. He said Netherlands are going to win this World Cup. We've also now got the woman who has done some analysis on the official FIFA colours for each World Cup, and has looked back at the trailer for the World Cup that FIFA publish, and she's gone, oh well, that must mean these teams win, because basically she's deciphered the winner from each of those colours and trailers. And she believes, hand on heart, that the winner of this World Cup is Portugal. And it's all set in stone. Netherlands do look good. I could back him on that. It's worth a shout, I think. It's definitely worth a shout. Morgan Rogers in the area. Bellingham. They're all there. It's absolutely bouncing it down, isn't it? Short corner from England. Saka, not a great effort. And I don't know if that's going to count as a shot or a cross. Panama really getting forward, though. They're doing well here, and that's going to be a free kick as well. At least that guy's taken the curse off Kane. Patterns break down once recognised, so the mathematician will be wrong too. Probably reasonable. No one can convince me it's possible to get past France right now, but that could change. Are you not sufficiently convinced or sufficiently concerned, I guess, by France's defence? Whenever I've looked at France in this tournament, maybe aside from the Iraq game, where they weren't really tested, I mean, Norway and Senegal both had massive chances. I thought that was a huge, huge moment, certainly for Senegal. They could have beat France in that first game with a better finisher. If you had knowledge, you would know we need a midfielder specialised in travellas and finesse shots. Embarrassing. Yeah, it's shocking, isn't it? You want people with silver boots, and that's the main thing. Pete, football is the most important of the least important things. Yeah, I like that. So I hope Cody and his wife are okay. That's it. The most important things of the least important things. I agree. That's a very good way of looking at it. Yeah. Really does pale into insignificance, though, when you're dealing with something like that. Come on, England, says Timbo. How's it going, mate? Konza needs to be sent back home. The guy's an idiot. I mean, we're very limited on centre-backs with pace. So, I mean, I think Jarrell Kwanzaa at right-back's a bold move. He's just give the ball away there. I like Jarrell Kwanzaa a lot, but Jarrell Kwanzaa is, for me, I would play him over Konza. Pickford gets rid of it. That's better. Desperately need England to win 2-0 tonight. Couple of injuries for Spain, says Jordan. Big injury for Mo Salah as well. And what about the injury to Agate? If you're a United fan, how are you feeling about that? Agate out injured, maybe 9 to 12 months they're looking at. United putting up a claim against FIFA. There's a club protection insurance thing that kicks in when a player gets an injury that keeps them out for a period of time. FIFA tend to cover the wages while that player is out injured. So Man United maybe at least won't be out of pocket for Agate, but they will not be able to sell him this summer. Mr. Turnables, Ghana actually in good control of this game against Croatia. Well, that's a good start. I mean, that's... I still fancy Croatia to win that one. Or, well, I've got Croatia or draw, put it that way. For the man Agate, I say that's awful. For the player Agate, thank you. Forced their hand in the transfer market. Will it, though? This is the thing. Oh, Panama playing with fire at the back. And the ref gives a free kick. United gutted they won't be able to sell him. Yeah, it's not brilliant, is it? It's really not good. It has to. They can't count on him now. I know, but they would have. I'm sure they would have looked at it and gone, well, we're going to have a little bit of money coming in. And now that money isn't coming in. We know for sure that isn't happening. Evening, Ryan. How are you, sir? The defence looks beatable. That's once or twice, not 3 to 5 times. You need to win the game. I think you just need a centre-forward. If you've got Haaland playing against that France side, I think it's a different outcome. I think if you've got Kane, I think if you've got... I mean, any sort of reasonably competent centre-forward, even, like... Oh, that's going to be a low shot, is it? Yeah, Saka, save. Ryan blooming hot, but otherwise, well, thanks you. Good. A little bit cooler tonight, if anything, but yeah, it's all good. I'm good. Do you not think they'll be inclined to maybe give one of the young lads a try in midfield? Maybe Fletcher or maybe Lacey or someone like that. I don't know, maybe drop Bruno back a bit deeper while Agate is not in. I just think they might... I don't know. Did you see online, Key, a picture of Thomas Tuchel looking like Albert Steptoe? I didn't, mate. No, I've not seen that. El Scorchio in Cambridge. Mi cunania terra interia Scorchio. Sorry, a little bit of fast show there for you. Saka down the right-hand side. Good run, that. Panama defend it well. Very impressed by Panama, I have to say. I think the 2 games we've seen that in here, they've got a big chance here. Oh, terrible from the centre-forward. He's got to do better there. Got to do better. M15, hope you're well, Key. I've picked up a bug. I'm not good at all. Oh, God. I hope you're okay, mate. Just keep yourself hydrated. Do everything you can. It'll hopefully come out the system in a few... Well, maybe a day. Who knows? Might just be one of them 24-hour things with a bit of luck. Back on your feet in no time. Is Kane playing a 6? Again, he loves dropping back in defence for no reason. I mean, I've no issue with Kane dropping deep. You desperately need Bellingham to get beyond him then, don't you? Easiest thing in the world for centre-backs if they know they've got no centre-forward occupying them. And all it does is just make it harder for the midfielders. Brendan says, I agree, France scored 4 and weren't comfortable against the second-string Norway team. Can definitely be got at. I mean, I still think they're one of the favourites. I'll agree with City of Northville to that extent. I certainly think they're one of the favourites. And would it surprise if France won it? Absolutely not. They're a wonderful side. But I wouldn't... I'm not sure I'd stake my reputation on anyone at this moment. Spain have looked vulnerable. England haven't looked great. Oh, that's going to be a corner. Yeah. Harry Kane saying handball there. You're not getting handball for that. Bathroom bound. Oh, God. I think he was offside there, Harry Kane. Are they going to check for that for a corner? They don't check for offsides on the corner, do they? Nah, you're not getting a penalty for that, Harry. That's nonsense. You're never getting a pen for that. It is going to be a corner to England. Elliot Anderson to take. Argentina have looked superb, says Ryan. I think Messi's looked superb. Oh, claim for a penalty there from England. Lots of corners. Lots and lots of corners. Will, is there a world where Cape Verde beat Argentina? Imagine the scenes. Well, Saudi Arabia beat them. And arguably a better Argentina side as well. So if a Saudi Arabia side, a worse Saudi Arabia side, beat a better Argentina side at the last World Cup, then, yeah, I think Cape Verde could absolutely hold Argentina, maybe take them to extra time, take them to penalties, who knows? Wouldn't rule it out. That's the magic of the World Cup, right? Lil Philly, evening key, been looking forward to all of England's games, and this one is no different. I haven't really enjoyed... I mean, the first game, the Croatia game, was wonderful, but I really didn't enjoy the Ghana game, and 20 minutes into this one, I think it's got more of a feel of the Ghana game than the Croatia one, hasn't it? Maybe we kind of got all the goals from the group stage in that first game. Here's Rashford, driving at the fullback. Better defending. Again, it's too easy, too predictable. Croatia just hit the crossbar against Ghana. Cheers for that, Mr. Turnbull's, keeping us updated. Timbo, it's been raining up in Manchester on and off since 5 p.m. Has it? It's not rained here yet. We're not a million miles away from Manchester. We've not had a drop of rain. Brendan says, of course, they're one of the favourites, probably number one. They're not unbeatable. Have Argentina look superb? Well, I think Messi has. That would be the distinction for me, anyway. Mr. Turnables, I think France will have trouble against a team with a strong mid-block. And Timbo, since we're being linked to Xhaka, I'm going to shamelessly say he's better than Elliot Anderson and will cost a fraction of the price. I actually don't really disagree with that shout. I think right now, Granit Xhaka does maybe as good of a job as Elliot Anderson. I think I would agree with that. Yes. Granit Xhaka next season will probably be just as good as Elliot Anderson. But he's also 33, 34. So the season after, Elliot Anderson will get better and better and better. And Granit Xhaka will not. So it's an investment for City, isn't it? It is an investment, but it's a very, very good signing. And if Chelsea do get Xhaka, I will be surprised. Because as much as Chelsea is maybe he wants to go back to London, maybe it's the lifestyle he likes back down there. I don't know. He seems to like the appeal of London. Jordan Pickford punches that one away. Panama are not out of this at all. They're coming forward and causing England trouble. Yeah, he might like the lifestyle in London. Maybe that's what it is that's drawing him back down there. But I would have thought from a career CV point of view, if you were Granit Xhaka and you can pick one of two things, you can either help Chelsea get back amongst the Champions League places. They're not in Europe at all, so you can have fewer games. I guess that might mean, to be fair. Do you know what? I can understand this now from a lifestyle point of view. He's lived in London before with his wife, right? With his family. He's been settled in London before for a long time. Would you want to go travelling all over Europe if you've got maybe a young family? I'm not sure I would. As much as it's a big thing, and it is a big thing, isn't it, to lead Sunderland into Europe, I think from a lifestyle point of view, you'd probably want to stay close to home, wouldn't you? Maybe you wouldn't, and maybe that will... Fewer games for Granit Xhaka. He's going to go to a bigger club, undeniably, but he's going to go to a bigger club. Fewer games. That might allow him to stay fitter, fresher, for longer. What a pass! Great play from England. Got to hit it. Saka. Oh, that was better football. That from Harry Kane. Here's Rashford. Surely with Europe though, Xhaka will thrive. Well, I mean, will he? I mean, he might do, but it's also a lot of extra games and it's a lot of travelling all over Europe as well. I mean, it's the Europa League they're in. It's not a bad league at all. It's not a bad competition, but they will be going to places like maybe Lithuania, places like that. They're not going to be going to. It's not like they're going to go and play at the Bernabeu. They're going to go and play in far-flung places across Europe. And I'm not sure if he's got the appetite for that. Maybe he doesn't. If you were, like I said, if you had family, if you had a young family, and all you were thinking about was, do I want to be closer to my young family, then yeah, I think you'd probably choose Chelsea. Xhaka being signed proves we're properly backing Alonso over the Blueco model, which I think will certainly benefit him. I do think Chelsea will be back in that top 5 next year. Xhaka better than Anderson is crazy. No, it's not. Of course it's not. If you were talking about who the best signing last year was, it was definitely Granit Xhaka. Everyone pretty unanimously said Granit Xhaka was the signing of the season. I don't think that's not an outrageous take at all, to say Granit Xhaka's right now, in this moment, a better player than Elliot Anderson. But obviously he's up here and on a downward trajectory. Elliot Anderson's up here and only going to get better, so they're kind of, they're converging at the moment. Shahid Hydration Break, sponsored by Lucozade Sport. Nathan needs to be more positive playing forward to too many balls going back for me. It's very safe, isn't it? I would have hoped we'd have learned our lesson against Croatia. Too safe, too static, too slow, more importantly. We're playing with wingers that like to cut in. Again, this is a big problem for England. We had wingers against... I do think the best thing that England could have done is bring... I would have started Madueke again. I think you can't have two wingers that invert. You've got to have players who are willing to go down the touchline. Rashford doesn't do that. Saka doesn't do that. Rashford, best player on the pitch so far. Would be more than happy having him at United like this. Well, it does kibosh Manchester United signing a new winger, doesn't it? I think if Rashford's going back and he's going to start there, then, that's... I think I'm quite happy with Marcus Rashford going back United, to be honest. Timbo, Xhaka's better than Rodri too. Fuck it. I mean, again, I think last season he probably did play better than Rodri for a spell. Xhaka's watched Football Factory and fancies it. Arsenal firm are only mugs in comparison. Bellingham, best player so far, says Nathan. I mean, I'll level with you. I don't think there's any England player on the pitch that I've looked at and been impressed by this opening 25. I think Panama have done well. Better than I expected. They've held their own. They have hit on the counter-attack. They've had shots on target. They've got into the box. They put a couple of dangerous crosses in that's forced Pickford to come out and claim. I mean, when you consider how Panama played at the last World Cup, when you think about... That was their first World Cup, wasn't it? And they got destroyed. England beat them. Was it 6-0? Something like that? They absolutely battered Panama. And they've come into this World Cup. They've conceded 2 goals in 2 games, one of which was a 96th minute goal off a corner. And the Croatia game, I think, was almost against the run of play. I think Panama were the better side in that one. So far against England, they're holding their own. Got a draw written all over it, says I wouldn't disagree with you, mate. Really wouldn't disagree with you. Adam, why, with our team of Premier League quality as Kane coming so deep to collect, stay up front? Lots of people in the chat saying the same. Panama, good strike. And it's a corner. Panama. Again, Rodriguez with a great strike. Pickford low down to his right to save it. They're really causing problems here, Panama. It's not cut and dry at all. How's it going, Keith? Very good, Nathan. How are you, sir? Good to see you, mate. How's things? How are you feeling in the heat? Hopefully you're cool enough watching the footy. Adam says, why start Kane in the first place? Get mobility in behind and bring Kane on second half. Yeah, maybe a Watkins might have been better in this one. It's still an important game. England can't afford to draw this one. You dread to think about the headlines. I mean, the papers and the journalists had the claws into England after the Ghana game because it was such an uninspired performance. And now, if they were to draw this one, heaven forbid if they lose it, but if they were to draw this one, it would be humiliating. England have played Ghana and Panama and not won either one. How on earth are they going to fare against Spain, France, Portugal, and Argentina, and Netherlands, even a Brazil? I mean, they've no chance. They get the floor wiped to them. Melting but standing in the back garden for Breeze. Nice. Baker says, struggling at right back. Yeah, Kwanzaa, I mean, he's not a right back, Kwanzaa, in fairness to him. You've got to give him a bit of credit. The fact he's not actually a right back, he's been forced to play there. because Thomas Tuchel's stupid selection of not taking right backs. He was taking extra centre forwards. Here's Saka, England in the box, strike. Dreadful from Saka, and it's out for a goal kick. Waste of chance, that. Really poor. Xhaka's better than Bruno Fernandes. Yes! Yes! This charming Dan, if England are struggling like this against Panama, we might as well pack our bags and come home. It's a real sign of what's to come, I'm guessing. Ryan says Mbappe or Vinny on these transitions against us. Do you know what? It's not even just the pace of Mbappe and Vinny. Yes, that would be terrifying. But how many times have you seen Panama and Ghana, they had a midfield pick up the ball, look ahead, have runners, they had competent runners ahead of them, but didn't find the pass. So the scary thing in transition isn't necessarily Mbappe or Vinny. Those are terrifying. It's more the players like, Bruno Guimaraes, Bruno Fernandes, players who can, Frankie de Jong, Pedri, players who can thread the pass. Eye of the needle type stuff, and just know how to make a good pass in the final third. A competent centre forward will score past Pickford one-on-one. Put Ferran Torres through against Pickford one-on-one, he'll score. The worry is, at least for me anyway, the worry is like pass selection. Archie, I don't rate Saka one bit. Him or Madueke offer nothing. And Baker says Gordon as well for me. Who would you have taken then? Just, purely from a... Let's think about solutions rather than problems. I know we like to have a whinge as footy fans, but who would you have taken? If you weren't going to take Gordon, I know you're saying you don't necessarily rate him, but are they the best of what England has to offer on that left side? Saka on the right side. Who would you have taken if you're not taking them? Do you maybe go for like a Harvey Barnes, someone who's maybe more of an old school winger, gets his boots white, stays wide? Harvey Barnes could have been an option, I guess. Palmer and Maguire should have went. I'm not sure about Maguire on the wings. And Cole Palmer's injured, isn't he? I think it's quite evident Cole Palmer's been not himself for a while. Brendan says, you hear Gary Neville saying he thought the performance against Ghana was better than the performance against Croatia. Oh my God. Shahid Key, what do you think about Liverpool interested in signing Buwadi and Bruno G? Mate, you can't take a lot of... I think it's just a lot of noise at this stage. I'd love to see... I think... Do you know what? I used to do this. When I was a bit younger. I can't remember what summer it was. It was around when Rafa Benitez was manager. And I wrote down every player that Liverpool were linked to in a particular summer. And I think there was about 70 names. And I think we signed something like 3 or 4 of them in the end. It's just not, for me, worth taking an awful lot of stock into whatever journalists like Romano and Ben Jacobs are throwing around at the minute. This is the time of year where they make their money. Because everyone's talking about transfer news. And everyone gets excited by transfer news. So the prospect of stuff, this is what keeps it going over summer. It's not something I particularly love because it's just... I roll my eyes every time I see one. I'm thinking, oh yeah, of course, yeah. I'd never thought for 1 second that Bruno G would go to Liverpool. I still don't, but apparently we have made an inquiry. Croatia 1, Ghana 0. Petar Sucic from Inter Milan has scored. He's had a great tournament so far. Him and Bacciarina have been two of the stars for me. Done really well. Archie says, I think Rashford on his day is top. I'd rather have Bowen on the pitch than Madueke or Saka. Baker says, we're just so slow at moving the ball. I don't think I've heard Rodgers once yet. No, Rodgers seems to be Look at where he is. He seems to be drifting into the middle. It's almost like England are playing with 2 number 10s. He's very, very central, and he's not... I mean, look how central Rashford is. None of them are really... Yeah, it's a weird setup, this, for England. Mikey, if anyone has trouble sleeping, just stick on an England game. Job done. Elise can do that really well. I was impressed last match. Yeah, the pass from Elise to Mbappe when they played against Senegal, I think it was brilliant, wasn't it? Mr. Al-Shamari, England have been knocked out in the quarterfinals 7 times. More than any other country in World Cup history. Thomas says, Rio. Yeah, bring Rio. He's young, raw, nothing to lose, and that's from a United fan. Yeah, I mean, listen, from a Liverpool perspective, I wouldn't have wanted to see Rio go, just because I suspect England would have needed him a lot more than I'm comfortable with. And he needs a rest. He needs to grow into his body sort of thing, and have these summers are big important rest periods for him. Otherwise we'll break him. Panama are in. Oh, I tell you what, a better touch there and they're in. A better touch, and that's 1-0 Panama. Huge chance. Thomas Christiansen grimaces because it's a wonderful pass. Oh, he's about 9 mile offside. It wouldn't have mattered anyway, even if he puts it in the net. I like Elliot Anderson, says Baker, but he never looks for the forward pass. I wonder how Enzo Maresca will treat that at Manchester City, because he quite likes progressive midfielders. Timbo, I wouldn't overanalyse us in these games. It's always difficult against a deep block. Against better teams, we'll have way more space and be better going forward. The only worry is us defensively against those teams. City of Northville says, England look dreadful. Can't believe they still struggle this much to score. Do you know what the big concern, Timbo, is for me? Is not the inability to score, because you can sometimes forgive that. It's the inability to create chances. Look at that. 35 minutes in, Elliot Anderson's just had a pot shot from 30 yards out, straight down the keeper's throat. That's how you know there's a panic going on. They don't. It's not like Panama are on the ropes here, is it? We're playing Panama. They're not on the ropes. They're not struggling. They're not sat back and think, oh my God, we're going to concede any minute here. They're mega comfortable. That says so much about this England side, that we're playing a team like Panama, no disrespect, and we've barely laid a glove on him. Thomas says, I'd have taken Rio. Every time he's come on, he's electric and makes things happen. And Creed says, can you talk about the thing where you put money on an outcome on stream? I mean, you can in the chat. I don't know if that gets flagged. But I can't use it. City of Northville, every agent and shit-peddling journalist just attaches players to United for a story or a boost in interest. Exactly. To be honest, even if you're like a run-of-the-mill player, every agent of every run-of-the-mill player will say, oh yeah, I've had United on the phone. United have been interested. It's a good way to boost the profile of said player, isn't it? If Man United are looking at you, or Liverpool are looking at you. Vuyo, are you going to do South Africa, Canada? I am doing, hear me out, hear me now, I am going to be covering every single knockout game. Not a single one miss now. I might miss the Jordan-Argentina game at 3 a.m, but after that, I am with you for every single game. Not missing a single one. And there's some big, big games coming up. South Africa, Canada we're doing. Fancy Canada in that one. I'm also, by the way, I don't know if you haven't already, make sure you've liked and subbed, but I'm going to be doing a World Cup of Food shorts where we go through, in the knockout stage, we're going to go through each team's national dish, and I'm going to give my thoughts on which one I prefer. That's gonna drive a little bit of interest, I guess, for... Oh, that's not a penalty. Saka's gone down screaming for a pen. You're not getting a pen for that. Claim for anything, these Arsenal players. Rashford standing up far post. Good defending from Panama. And cleared away. Saka wins it back. In the box. Far post. Oh, just over the bar. First chance of the game. Marcus Rashford. Big chance, that. First real chance of the game. Every knockout game, he must be taking Oxford. Natural. How's he not tired? That's it. Yeah, we're doing a World Cup of national dishes. So keep tuned in for that one. The national dish of Panama, by the way, is sancocho. Sancocho, whatever that is. It's a restorative chicken soup with cilantro herb, the official national cure for everything, hangovers included. Sancocho, chicken soup with, what's yuca? I don't know what yuca is. Yuca and cilantro. Kwanzaa's having a stinker. No, why is he having a stinker? He's right-sided. All of the attacks from Panama have come the other side. Just look at Saka diving there, Reese. Any comment on Saka's dive there, Reese? Anything at all? No, I imagine not. Notoriously quiet, these Arsenal fans, when it's their own players diving every week. Archie says, I think Anderson is more exciting and a better passer. Rice better at set pieces. Peter, you're doing the Scotland game, Key. That's not nice. Come on. Hey, listen, you say that. Scotland fans are going to be watching the Croatia-Ghana game. Ghana are currently a goal down against Croatia. And they'll be rubbing their hands going, come on. You only need 4 goals, Ghana. Want some of that soup and some of the cornbread soup at the same time. Yeah, the Paraguay Sopa, whatever it was called. I remember that one. Sopa Paraguay, I think it was. Hard soup. Brendan, national dish of Colombia is very popular in UK pubs. Aye, yeah, the old marching powder. It's going to be a throw-in. Timbo, who's the worst diver of all time? I don't mean biggest diver. I mean who could dive even when they tried. Stevie G comes to mind. Some of the clips are incredible. Stevie G always made it look like he'd been literally shot in the back when he went down. It was never just like he went down and screamed at the same time and threw his neck back and like yelped. If you look at the foul, and it was a foul, but it was soft. The one we got in Istanbul, he gets dragged back by Gattuso in the game against AC Milan at Istanbul. Gattuso spins round, giving it that to the referee. It's a dive from Gerrard. He does get a pull, but he goes down like he's been sniped from the stands. The good divers are subtle with it. Yeah, that's it. Throw the leg out and just go down and almost throw their arms up and look at the ref as they're rolling. This is good football again. England, they've got a bit of an overload here, and it's a lovely pass. Oh, Rodgers just beaten to it. Remember when you could dive on Pro Evo? Well, the first game you could dive on was, I don't know if you remember, This Is Football. This Is Football were the very first game. As far as I can remember, someone might correct me on this, but I only remember, I was dead excited by it, the very first game that brought out diving was This Is Football, and it was mad. You could also play jumpers for goalposts, where you were basically in a schoolyard playing football. That was quite funny. But yeah, Konami with Pro Evo brought in diving and handballs, didn't they, in the same year, and it was a bit mad. Vuyo says, Cole Palmer liked the fab post. Yeah, we saw that earlier, mate, you said. Timbo says, you've seen the Micah Richards dive where he literally looks like he's diving into a swimming pool. I don't remember that one. Although I don't really remember an awful lot Micah Richards did in his career. That's a corner for England. Mr. Turnbull's FIFA 98 for me. Yeah, FIFA 98 with Bergkamp on the cover. This is football, R1. That's it, Pup. There you go. Pup nose. Pup nose. Sancocho. I've tried it before. Have you really? Oh, well, there you go. Interesting fact, you can share this with your mates if Panama ever come up in conversation. Panama hats are actually from Ecuador. They're not from Panama. It's one of the things Panama's known for, amongst the Panama Papers and the canal. About 5% of all world trade passes alongside the Panama Canal. Saka down the right-hand side. Funnily enough, of the 5% of world trade that goes along the Panama Canal, the vast majority of it is copper and bananas. Key, are you watching the Ghana game as well? I'm not, mate. No, I'm only watching England at the minute. I have got Ghana on though. As it stands now, Key, if England finish second, who are the options of who we play? I think I'm right in saying, hang on. If England were to draw and Croatia were to win, I mean, England would still finish ahead of Croatia, right? Would we? Oh, no. No, we'd have 5 points. Croatia would have 6. Oh, well. Yeah, so we'd finish second. Really wasn't that much maths to do there, was there? -1, that's 3 quick maths. Right, who have we got? So, we are Group L. So, runners-up of Group L would face the runner-up in Group K, which is going to be probably what we see after Colombia-Portugal. So, yeah, if England finish second, we're probably going to play either Colombia or Portugal. Depends on what happens after this game. So, Portugal or Colombia, we'll see. That's the two runners-up play each other in that one. Runner-up of Group K plays the runner-up of Group L in Toronto on July the 2nd. And I think I'm right in saying that might be... Is that an early one? Yeah, that would be a 1 a.m, I think. That would be a 1 a.m. kickoff on July the 2nd. England would play Colombia or Portugal. If they were to draw this game, they'd play Colombia or Portugal in Toronto at 1 a.m. on July the 2nd. Not a great one, that, for England fans. July the 2nd is a Thursday night. You'd be in work the next day. That's the early hours of Thursday morning, isn't it? That'd be dreadful for England fans. Timbo, I won't ever be sharing that fact with my mates. I was going to say you need mates to share it with, but that felt awful. Creed says, Saka constantly cutting back is going to cause me an aneurysm. Key doing man's not hot in the big 2026, my word. Yep. Links effect. Archie, he will be a better overall player apart from set pieces. Still think Anderson will be a better player than Rice. That's a bold claim. Elliot Anderson better than Rice. 47 on the clock. 3 minutes of injury time. Do England have it in them to pinch a goal before half-time? They've really not laid a glove on Panama. It's been a pretty dull and dour first half, you'd have to say. Not great. Mr. Turnable says Ghana actually playing better than the last 2 games, and yet somehow they're losing 1-0. Okay, Rashford free kick. Miraculously, I am relatively confident with Rashford taking this. Rather him than Kane. He has got form for sticking them in the top bins from here. It's almost the Chelsea distance, isn't it? The one he scored at Stamford Bridge. Rashford, it is on target. Oh, unlucky. Just wide. Keeper was worried there for a minute. First big chance of the game for England, and it's come from a pot shot from 30 yards out. He bent it round the wall. Nah, it was actually quite a way wide, that. Keeper didn't even need to dive, did he? Rashford has the knock. The old knuckleball effect. Well, he didn't really do that. I have some Christmas cards to return. Pickford being closed down by Panama. I think the referee's going to blow up any minute now. Will says, could England beat Portugal? Not for me. I'll be honest, mate. I don't think we'd beat Colombia. I think Colombia have been a really, really good side in this tournament. I think Munoz has been exceptional. So I'm looking at it and thinking England need to win. There's just no way around it. England need to win. If they don't win, they're going to play Portugal or Colombia. If they do, then what will that put us? England will be... Are England Group L, right? So winners of Group L will play third in I, J or K. Which is either going to be Senegal, possibly Austria, but far more likely it's Congo. So apparently it's going to be England-Congo. Assuming Congo beat Uzbekistan, chances are those, Congo will be the team England play if they win this one, obviously. Abdirahman, how's the game key? Very good, sir. That's a lie. It's a total lie. It's a terrible game. It's been a dreadful game. It's the same sort of game that we saw in England-Ghana. It's not been vintage. It's been pretty poor to watch. Are we safer if we finish top then? Yes, yeah, of course. If England beat Panama, they finish top. They'll have Congo to play in the next round. If they draw and Croatia beat Ghana, which they are doing, then England will play either Portugal or Colombia. Welsh says, hi Key, this game is the perfect sleeping tablet for me. Are you still struggling on nights, mate? I was going to say it's probably easy to get to sleep watching this. Get Dan Burn on, says ZQXV. How are you feeling about the news about Bruno? Creed says, have you tried Lee Dixon's cider? Go on, give me the gag. Go on. This charming Dan says, imagine having paid good money for these England games and having to sit through this and the Ghana game and suffering through this shite. I feel robbed having watched it for free. Portugal will batter us, says Baker. ZQXV, I don't think he'll go, especially if we sell Tonali. And Olav says, what do you think of Norway this year? Think they have a chance? No. A chance of what? I think they'll go relatively far. I think there's a good chance that they could finish maybe quarters. They could do quarters. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But they have a relatively soft underbelly. Why is Trent not playing for England? I'll never understand. I'm a United fan, says Abdi Rahman. I think we're all asking ourselves that, mate. I agree. Welshring also, mum is on hospital with sepsis. Oh, bloody hell, mate. I hope she's okay. That's awful. Are you, well, I mean, I'm sure you're getting to see it as and when you can do, but awful. I really hope she's getting better soon, mate, genuinely. Send her our love. Some strangers on the internet for what it's worth. We're all thinking about her, mate. City of Northville, what are we up to, sorry? My mother was hospitalised during COVID. That's what she had, and she did make a full recovery, but it took time. That's good. Hope so. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm sure there was a woman my mum used to work with. She had it as well not that long ago, and she's back working now. And she was getting on as well. She was a bit, late 60s, I think. But, yeah, it's tough. It's horrible. So I hope she's good, man. Olav says Trent should be in the England squad just for his passing ability, coming on with instant key passes. And Ryan says, I still think Burn was a wasted spot. Should have been Trent or at worst, Hall. Aaron says Portugal after. Yes, mate, I will be doing the Portugal game after this one. Yeah, I just realised, Creed, what you made me say there. You big dope. Trent is desperately needed for games like this for his ability to open teams up. With his passing crazy, he didn't go. These are the games where you need a Kevin De Bruyne from right back, as Trent has so aptly been described. Reece James hasn't done it all tournament. Predictably, I think you could have set your watch by Reece James breaking down. I think he's a very talented boy, Reece James, don't get me wrong, but he's never been the most reliable from a fitness point of view. Even if you think he is better than Trent, and I personally, I don't think so, but I'll acknowledge the fact that some people do. It's astonishing to me, quite frankly, that Chalobah got called up and Dan Burn got called up and Trent didn't. I mean, it's mad to me that you've got a starting Real Madrid right back who isn't making it in an England squad. It's crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. And it suggests strongly that Thomas Tuchel maybe he doesn't love not just how Trent plays. Maybe there's something else going on there. Maybe it's a personal thing. Maybe he doesn't quite like how Trent behaves in training. Maybe he's... I don't know. I can't say he's a bad egg. We don't know. But you know what I mean? Maybe Tuchel just doesn't like something about him, because that feels personal, doesn't it? It feels... You would have to feel really strongly about a player to not take him to the World Cup. City of Northville is one of the least reliable I've ever seen, with such a high ceiling too. It's like an RPG, mate. Shahid, is it 2 games a day for the last 32, Stage Key? So, the last 32. So, tomorrow night, June 28th, we've got South Africa, Canada. And then there's no early morning game. That's going to be lovely. 8 o'clock, Canada, South Africa, perfect. 8 o'clock gets the knockout stages started, right? You've then got 6 p.m, I think, Brazil, Japan. You'll have to... I'll get the exact games, but it's... Do you know what? Bugger it. We might as well just get them now. So, it is... Yes, Brazil, Japan at 6 p.m. on the 29th. Then it's Germany, Paraguay, 9:30. 2 a.m. Netherlands, Morocco. I'm going to be doing all of them. The following day, it's Ivory Coast versus Norway at 6 o'clock. France, Sweden at 10. USA, Bosnia at 1 a.m. That's going to be so grim. That USA, Bosnia game better be an absolute belter. Because we're going to be up till about 3:30 for that one. Maybe even later if it's a... Heaven forbid there's storms in any of them knockout games. And it looks like there's going to be more storms coming. We've only had one game delayed due to storms at this World Cup. It seems far more likely that we will. He might want Bellingham distracted by his girlfriend. Football talks. Do you have a half-time quiz, Key? I don't, mate. I haven't got a half-time quiz today. I'm still refining. Do you know the tool that I showed you the other day? I'm still refining that to make it work how I want it to work. So I didn't get one done today. I have got quizzes. I just haven't uploaded them in the tool, and I thought, well, I don't just want to do them the old school way. Every passing game with England in this tournament brings questions. Why Tuchel never picked Morgan Gibbs-White? Yeah, I mean, this is it. Morgan Gibbs-White would have been another one I would have considered taking over many of the ones that we've taken in that attacking third. Welsh wing, what do you think of Guimaraes being targeted by us, Key? Well, United asked the question, didn't they? I think United made an inquiry about Bruno Guimaraes early in January. Obviously, Liverpool made one as well. Liverpool have subsequently made one as well, same as Arsenal. So, I think Bruno to Arsenal would be a great signing. Be a phenomenal signing, but it's going to take an awful lot of money to get him out of Newcastle. What Arsenal bid 55 million quid for Bruno. Do you know this? 55 million quid for Bruno Guimaraes. That's the real challenge for me. I just don't see a world in which Newcastle accept less than 75, 80 million for him. And I don't see any team going much further than maybe 65. He's 28, he'll be 29 next season. He's a very good player and he's a leader. I wouldn't mind him at all for Liverpool, but you're not getting him for... If it takes 80 million to get Bruno Guimaraes out of Newcastle, there's no team paying that. No team. This charming dancer's Reece James is like my first car. You're never sure when he's going to break down, but you know it's definitely going to happen, and at the most inconvenient time. What was your first car? What was your first car? Share your first car in the chat, if you've ever got one. Ginge says England should just get back on the plane and come home. The players don't want it. Absolute rubbish. It's been poor, hasn't it? Yeah. Samuel says Kobbie Mainoo should be playing in that England midfield. Do you think Arsenal are hoping Bruno G might force the move? I think that's how most moves actually have to happen now, isn't it? It feels like most moves need players to push a little bit. And Jan Diamand, I think, is going to need to do that if he wants to leave Leipzig for Liverpool this summer. Brady, alright, Key brother, hope you're well. Only saving grace in the first half is that Jude actually is playing good. Good to see you, Brady. Welsh, I'd swap Guimaraes with Zubamendi. It's not really that huge an upgrade, that, is it? Peugeot 107, says Thomas. Austin Metro. Richard Kennedy. I won't tell you mine, because it makes me look a certain type of way. But I passed my driving test very late because of the epilepsy. So I passed my driving test when I was 24, 25. And I was doing quite well at the time. So... Or I was doing quite well relatively to how young I was. I'm skint now. There's no ego. But you know, I was doing relatively well. So it's not like I wasn't driving some sort of third-hand Ford KA, which I'm not. That's not arrogance in any way, because I've driven one of them as well. Chimey, hopefully Bugatti Veyron. Aventador. Key's first car was a Bentley, the Tory bastard. It wasn't actually. It was a Merc. It was an AMG. A Merc AMG A180 in Gun Mountain Grey, it was called. I loved it. Hey, how's it going? Good to see you, mate. Key, my first car was 8990 Ford Popular. It was so old it even had a choke. The wipers won't stop working while I was on the motorway in the pissing rain. That was a very stressful outing. My wife's nan she's still going, and she lives up in Scotland. She's got a car. Honestly, it's like a relic. I think it's from like the 70s or like the early 80s. It's dead old, properly old. And she has to pay like a higher level of tax on it now because it's such an old car, and I don't think it meets any of the criteria in terms of like whatever it's called, emissions. Samuel, do you think Elliot Anderson is worth the money? Yes, I do. I do think Elliot Anderson is worth the money. I think he's worth... Yeah. Yeah. Do I think he's worth the money? He's a surefire thing in this market. And I think if you was to look at the Rice deal and the Caicedo deal, which are probably the two most comparable deals that you could point to, both went for about the same fee. So yes, I would say he's absolutely worth that money. I don't think it's expensive for him. I think Nottingham Forest got about what he's worth. Whether or not he proves to be value is another question entirely. I think he will. I think he's a good player. But is he worth that right now? Is that a very fair approximation of his value? Definitely. 1,000,000%. Surprised, to be honest. Timbo says, I've never learnt to drive. Can't be arsed with how much it all costs, to be honest. Don't blame you. However, I would say, if you're ever starting a family, it's unbelievably important. Mega important. Adam says, would you say if Klopp was England manager, we would be seeing this dross? Tuchel's a German. Southgate, yes, man. Afraid to make tough decisions. Oh, I don't know about afraid to make tough decisions. I mean, he's made some already, hasn't he? Trent's not in the World Cup squad. Harry Maguire's not in the World Cup squad. I think there's a fair few people would have taken both of those, and we've talked about it in this chat. I don't think he's afraid to make tough decisions. I just think he's quite... Do you know what? Do you know? No. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I don't like him. And do you know why? This is going to sound horrible. I don't like him as England manager. It's not that I don't like him personally. Let me rephrase that. I don't not like him personally. I don't know the guy. But I don't like him as England manager because he's German. That's it. Bottom line. He's not English. You need an English manager. And I don't believe the players are that inspired by him. I really don't. I don't believe the fans are that inspired by him. There's no real connection to the country, the team, how we play, how England should play. There's none of that. There's no inspiration behind this English. We look bereft of inspiration. And there's enough quality on the pitch. There really is. It's not like we're looking at a team that's... I mean, Christ, look how many teams in this tournament have looked really inspired and really up for games and have produced some fantastic football. Okay, Brexit means Brexit. Yeah. I did rethink halfway through that sentence. I was like, for the love of God, that's probably not... Yeah, don't say that. I didn't mean I hate him because he's German. I meant, he has to be English. The English manager has to be English. I'm sorry. I'll die on that hill. The English manager has to be English. End of story, in my opinion. Take it easy, mate. See you soon. That sounds racism. It's not racism, mate. It's just saying flat out, I think the English manager needs to be English. That's what I think the World Cup has to be about. It has to be about our best against their best. And I would say the same for the Italian manager, the same for the French manager, the same for... It makes it utterly pointless otherwise. Just don't mention the war. I mentioned it once and I think I got away with it. Richard says, my granddad had a proper garage, and my uncle had a garage as well, so I trained to be a mechanic growing, then became a mechanic and saved a shit ton of money in repairs. Lovely. Kevin Flynn, don't mention the war. There you go. Love a bit of Basil Fawlty. Scouser, you don't like Germans. Breaking news. Keith Thomas doesn't like Germans. They keep stealing the sunbeds. It's very much alleged. It's pure. It's never been proven. Stephen, if you look at England, past managers, not many of them have been English. But I would say the best ones have been. Southgate, Bobby Robson, even Glenn Hoddle. There was a real connection to Terry Venables. You know, there was a real connection to those England teams. It did start going stale with Sven and Capello. It was never... And Tuchel's just a continuation of that. For me, just a bit mad. Roy Hodgson, again, I'm not saying it has to be English and all English managers will do well, because evidently McLaren and Hodgson weren't the right ones either. But then, I feel like I would rather watch this side managed by Hodgson or McLaren than by Tuchel. And do you know what? And I'd extend that purely to... I love Pep Guardiola and I love Jurgen Klopp, but I would rather see this team managed by Chris Hughton than Jurgen Klopp or Pep Guardiola. I really do. I really feel that strongly about it. It really has to. It has to be. It has to be our best against their best. That's how it. That's how the World Cup was. Although, although it's pointless otherwise. Brady says Elise is 5 assists away from breaking Messi's record. Do you think he equals it or even breaks it? He might do. He's a good player. He's playing in a team with a lot of good finishers as well, right? France to win the World Cup, says Alex. England very boring. John Barnes as manager. Get John Barnes in, yeah. Barnesy will manage these. Would you take Eddie Howe as England manager then? Okay, I mean, let's say this. If we're drawing up a short list of English managers, I think if the FA were to look and go, we've decided we want an English manager, right? I think it's important for sort of national identity and cultural sort of buy-in to understand what it's like and what it means to play for the Three Lions and all that sort of stuff, then yes, I absolutely would support Eddie Howe as England manager over any foreign manager. That's not to say I think Eddie Howe is the standout candidate. Honestly, I wouldn't mind Frank Lampard. I wouldn't mind Gerrard. Any of them. Anfield with Ekitike injured and the assumption that Liverpool will sign 2 more wingers. Would you keep Chiesa at least till January to deputise Isak? No, absolutely not. Wouldn't keep Chiesa at all. Get him gone. It's pointless having him at the club. Waste of time. Absolute waste of time. I don't think he makes any difference. I think we just keep Gakpo, to be honest. I'd rather keep Gakpo. Oh, it's great play. England in the box. Hit it. Oh, fucking hell. Harry Kane back out to the left-hand side. Too easy this for England. It really is. Far too easy for Panama to defend. They've got to do better. Good tackle from Anderson. City of North Hill. Jelly would want me to inform you that you'll be begging for Carrick to be England manager by the year's end. Again, Carrick. I wouldn't really be that gutted if England appointed Michael Carrick. I'd quite like to see a former England player. Let's say that. As much as Eddie Howe's a good manager, I think that'd be a good... Oh, here we go. Brighton have signed Pascal Struijk from Leeds. That's an interesting move. That's not a very Brighton move, is it? Brighton have signed Pascal Struijk. For how much? Pascal Struijk. That is... £20 million. Phew. Oh, Harry Kane must be claimed for the penalty. No, it's an unbelievable save. Harry Kane with another sitter. Another sitter that. Should he do better there? Does he give a corner? I don't think he's even give a corner here. It's a great ball in from Rashford. Oh... Do you know what? It's good defending to start with. Kane doesn't even get a touch on it. Tell me he's given the corner there. Yeah, Pascal Struijk is 27. By the time the season kicks off, he's 27. Key, have you been in the sun too much? McLaren, do you remember the miracle of Croatia with the Wally the Brolly? Oh no, I'm not. Like I said, I'm not saying McLaren, Hodgson. Neither of them were great managers. Even Keegan wasn't fantastic. But I think England. Maybe it's just nostalgia. Who knows? Maybe it's nostalgia. Maybe I'm yearning for my youth. But even Southgate, I thought England felt far more collectively, not just a better team. And Southgate was much maligned, but he got us to 2 finals. And there was a little bit of unity there. Unity. Jordan says we're terrible. Yeah, absolutely shocking. 54 minutes on the clock. Jose Fajardo's just been booked for Panama. They're driving forward here. There's still big chance of hurting England if they get it right. What if Tuchel passed the citizenship test? Yeah, no. Panama, I've got to play it down here. Key, I still think Lee Carsley should have took over after Southgate. I mean, Carsley was qualified having managed the under-21s for so long. But Lee Carsley is also Irish. So that's the other question. You can't really have Yeah, you can't really say our best against their best and then appoint Lee Carsley. No, I don't think Lee Carsley would have been warmly received by England fans either. England now on the counter-attack. Here's Rashford driving forward. Got to hit the target. Side netting. It's so easy. It's not even writing home. It's third-class mail coming home. Mr. Turnbull says it feels like we're going to score soon. Ghana on the ascendancy. Magnus says, hello, mate. Who are we watching today? I'm watching the Croatian match. I'm watching Panama, England, which is currently 0-0. England, sorry, sort of, huffing and puffing, but not really doing a whole lot. Rashford's just hit into the side netting. It's a very poor game. Quite dull. And we're making the best of a bad situation. How's it going, Joe? Maybe he'll start shouting for Harold. Stephen G, would you have a female English manager for the men's team? Oh, unlucky. Good effort again. Rodriguez causing all sorts of problems for Panama. Would I have a female English manager for the men's national team for international or Premier League? I wouldn't. I wouldn't have any issue with it. It's less important for me what they look like. Can they actually do the job? But I do think in certain jobs there has to be some sort, and I've learned this with Liverpool. I think in the last season has really opened my eyes to that. Managers have to have some sort of a connection with the fans. So I think Arne Slot is a better manager than Andoni Iraola, but he didn't have the connection with the fans, and that's why Liverpool made the change. I think Thomas Tuchel might lose his job or might be moved on. Maybe they'll reach an agreement, a settlement. He'll move back into club football at the end of this World Cup. If England draw this game, genuinely, I do think it's that damning. If England draw this game, having drawn against Ghana, and then they maybe go out in... Because they would, wouldn't they? I think if they played Portugal next round, which is who they would have, if England don't win this, they play Portugal probably next round, or Colombia, both of whom probably win. Kane must be! Oh, it's another big miss that for Harry Kane. Oh, he's got to do better again. Got to do better. Kane, wonderful touch in the area. Out to Bellingham. Anderson sticks it far post. Rashford can't make it. And it's going to be a free kick, Panama. Will they even get out the round of 32? Again, probably not. No, probably not. If England were to go out against Portugal or Colombia in the next round, which I think is infinitely possible with the way they play, then yes, I think Thomas Tuchel would lose his job and probably should do. CGLFC, England is shite, mate. I wouldn't disagree with that at all. Wishing you lads well against South Africa tomorrow. I think Canada make it all the way through to the round of 16. Don't know who you'd play in the round of 16. Actually, who would you play? That's a good question. Who would Canada play in the next round if they were to beat? If they beat... Oh, they play either Netherlands or Morocco in Houston. Now, that'll be a good game. Here's Elliot Anderson out to Rashford. Laid off edge of the box and they just give it away. That's so poor. So poor. Jack says, I think England get the semis. How? Based on what? On what evidence are you saying England get the semis? It's been so poor. This is a great run. In the area, corner kick England again. Yeah, Netherlands, Morocco it would be, wouldn't it? If Canada beat South Africa, they've got either Netherlands or Morocco. Football Talks. Key, are you from Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see. Yeah, El Charmer. Jack, England will beat France. I tell you what, you've got more confidence than I do, Jack. This legit looks worse than Canada. It's so poor. Kwanzaa's down here now. Kwanzaa. This is grim. This is thoroughly grim. Kwanzaa's saying, hurry up, come on. Doesn't want to go off the pitch, obviously. It's sore, is what Kwanzaa's just said. Rob Dog, how's it going, lad? Mexico would absolutely spank England playing like this. This isn't even championship football. It's Panama, guys, says Adam. He's got to find a. He's got to find a way, hasn't he, Tuchel? He's got to find something that will. Some way. There's got to be some way. Referee's making Kwanzaa go off here now. Need Eze on. You shall not cross the canal. Well, Gerald Kwanzaa's been booked, and he might have to go off here. I'll level with you. Within the last half hour, I am rapidly losing faith that England win this one. I thought it would be a resounding win. I thought it would be quite comfortably England winning by a couple of goals, to be honest. And it's nowhere near that. Yeah. I had England in over 2.5. England win to 0. I've got corner kick. Chance! Oh, there you go! It's in! It's Bellingham! 62 minutes! Jude Bellingham with a fabulous finish off the cross. And for the first time, England have actually laid a glove on Panama. It's been a dreadful game. Truly dreadful performance. Yet again, same sort of thing as Ghana. Huffing and puffing, flattering to deceive throughout. And Bellingham's just smashed it in off the corner. Great goal. There's Jamie Redknapp in the stands. What's he doing? We finally got a goal. Prince Rupert says, of course, Pickford is over there speaking to the ref. Classic. I must say I'm not convinced at all by Tommy Tuchel. Let's watch this back. Oh, does he get a bit lucky? Is there a bit of luck here? Left-footed Bellingham. No, that's a great finish. That's a wonderful finish. Absolutely fantastic, that. Great crossing. Bukayo Saka with the corner. Bellingham with the goal. Bukayo Saka assist. Congrats, you bagged against a squad of Rufus. Oh, that's harsh. That's very harsh. What were you saying a minute ago, Key? Never in doubt. Come on, never in doubt. Don't tell Porky Pies. There's no way at all you were certain England were going to win this one. We were dreadful. But it was a really good goal. City of Northville, in Panama's case, actual floodgates. Yeah, no pun intended. Floodgates have opened. Jed Spencer's come on for Gerald Kwanzaa, by the way. He's there at right back now. That's probably what we're going to see for the rest of the tournament, if I'm honest. I don't think Kwanzaa starts there again. Madweki's also come on for the corner taker, the assister of that goal. Bukayo Saka has gone off, Madweki on. Bit of pace now. England might go and kill this game off, maybe. So what does that mean for that goal? Now top. Yes, England would be top. With 7 points. England would be top with 7 points. A claim for a handball from Panama. Yeah, England would be top on 7 points. That would mean they would probably play, in all likelihood, Democratic Republic of Congo in the next round. Panama, chance! Whoa, I tell you what, we're letting them in. We are really letting them in. What are you doing? It's a great bit of football, that. This charming Dan, even if we win now, which we should, it'll just be paving over the cracks of another shite performance. Again, yeah, entirely fair. 3-star, I knew we'd win this game. I'm not kidding. We've been totally awesome. Long ball forward. Madweki's going to get first to this as well. Good touch. Oh, no, it's not a good touch. He got lead in his boots. What were we saying earlier? The vast majority of trade that comes through the Panama Canal is copper. It certainly looks like he's got a lot of copper in his boots there, Madweki, the way he touched that ball. There's Beckham. Could do with him now, couldn't we? Even now. Beckham now probably starts for this England side. Prince Rupert Pickford out there shouting at the defence as he should be. Panama can't quite get the ball clear. Good football, out to the left. Got to stand it up. Kane's in there, good football. Edge of the box. Kane, hit it! Blocked. Jordan, if Madweki could play football, he'd be class. He's got all the attributes you want. He's physical, he's quick. You'd probably say he is one of the very few actual wingers England have. Will says, it may seem very stupid, but where is the Panama Canal? It's just in between Rhyl and Great Yarmouth. They have got form for scalping quote-unquote big teams, though, Panama. They have, obviously, I'm not sure if you'd class Ghana as a big team per se. They didn't qualify for the AFCON, but Panama held them for a long time. They did beat the USA as well at the Copa America. They beat the USA. Stood up, big chance, Kane, must be, yeah, there you go! 2-0, Harry Kane header, England have come alive. 67 on the clock, 2 goals in 7 minutes. The floodgates to the Panama Canal have well and truly opened now. Told you I was pinching that one. Excellent stuff. Great header from Kane. I think it was Rashford who stood, was it Rashford or was it Rodgers who stood the ball up? It was a great cross this time. I think it was Bellingham actually. Was it Bellingham? I think it was. Bellingham's really come alive in this second half, hasn't he? Good finish. Now he gets the assist. Jude Bellingham's certainly going to be man of match. No doubt. Will says, Key, guess the capital city of Panama. It's Panama. Panama City. Gamer Guru says, if anything, Madweki just needs to slow it down a touch. He rushes the ball. Tuchel half-time team talk does wonders. I'm not sure. I mean, they scored off a set piece. I don't think that's come from... England haven't played materially better in the second half than they did in the first. I'll argue that till the cows come home. Jordan says, need a Kane hat-trick to keep up with everyone. Well, as it stands, Harry Kane would be on... is that his fourth? Is that his fourth goal, Harry Kane? Oh, he's third, isn't it? He's only his third. He scored 2 against Croatia and 1 here. So, yeah, third. Harry Kane has scored fewer goals than Haaland, Vinny, Dembele, Mbappe, and, of course, Messi. He's got the same number of goals as Saibari. The same number of goals as Elijah Just, the New Zealand centre-forward who plays for Motherwell. He's got the same number of goals as him. Will says, what's the national dish of Panama again? The national dish of Panama is called sancocho, which is a chicken and cilantro soup. They take it for a hangover cure in Panama. Okay, hydration break again. City of Northville says, Dr. Congo, give me the news. I got a bad case of love. I'm not going to do that. Bellingham assist and goal. I would quite like to go to Panama, actually. I think it's supposed to be a really nice place to visit. You've got the isthmus as well. The isthmus of Panama, which is like long strip. Long sort of strip at the end of the Caribbean Sea. Sure, someone said once upon a time you can watch... Is it the sunrise in the Atlantic and set in the Pacific? Or is it sunrise in the Pacific and set in the Atlantic? And the only place you can do that in the world is the Isthmus of Panama. Because of the bend of the way the island is. I'm just giving you the best I've got during the hydration break, folks. If you don't like this heat, Panama will eat you alive. Do you know what it is? Do you know what the bigger issue is for me with going to places like Caribbean and Africa as well? The insects. They're all massive. They're all absolutely massive. Like, I don't like wasps over here, me. I'm not like scared of wasps and anything, but it's annoying, innit? And do you not feel like itchy when a wasp's in the room and stuff, especially when it's like a big hornet. But over there, oh my god. They're like zeppelins. They're massive. Big as your head. Kane has 70 goals in all comps. What's Ian saying? This England team wouldn't qualify for the Champions League if it played in the Prem. That is a bold claim. I'd like to hear people's opinions on that. If England were a Premier League side... Harry Kane has officially become England's all-time top scorer with that goal as well, by the way. With 11 goals. He's broken Gary Lineker's record. Yeah. If England were a Premier League side, would they qualify for the Champions League? Under Tuchel. Under Thomas Tuchel, I don't think so. Kane or Rooney? Rooney. Yeah, Rooney's better. Kane's a better centre-forward. Rooney's a better player. And I think if you could only pick one, I would err towards Wayne Rooney on that one. City of Northville, if England were in the Prem, it would be fighting for relegation next season with Newcastle. I reckon it'd get Europa, says Creed. Okay. Newcastle. Do you think Newcastle are going to actually be fighting for relegation next year? Joe's going to be raging. Gamer Guru says Panama is most likely built for heat. UK is known for bad weather. So 40 degrees here is like 100 in Panama. It feels different over here as well. I always say that. Doesn't matter what the temperature is. It always feels... The heat over here is never like dry, like holiday heat. It's always muggy and humid and horrible and sticky. And it feels like you're stood behind an ice cream van in the middle of summer. You know, when the exhaust is just kicking out a load of heat. Oh, Drew says, not with the lack of strength, defensive strength in depth, they wouldn't. I need another goal here. Desperately need another goal for England as well, because I've got England to win to 0. So please, for the love of God, I can't have Panama score. Ball played in, Panama header over the bar. They are still going for it. This England team would concede loads in the Prem. If Newcastle don't make a ton of big moves quickly, absolutely they could be in the relegation zone next year. I feel really sorry for Newcastle fans. I genuinely do. Oh, what's going on there? Does he give a free kick to Panama? This referee, he sort of didn't even give a free kick to anyone then. Both players sort of looked around like, what's he give? It's a free kick to us then. There was a bit of a Laurel and Hardy type thing going on. Are you rooting for England, Sarah, since I know Key isn't? I'm not actively rooting against them, though. I'll say that. That's important. There's an important distinction. I don't hate on England, and I almost feel like England like I do to Arsenal. Just ambivalent. I'm not... Oh, keep them out! Jesus Christ, another corner for Panama. I tell you what, they're running it close here, England. Taking both James and Livramento's backfired, both injury prone. Croatia won, Ghana won. Whoa, who scored? Let's go live to Mr. Turnables. What are they saying? Who scored, Chris Kamara? It was Sucic who scored, and it's Derek Lucassen, the big centre-back from Paphos. Pete, who's our next game and when, Key? When you say our, we're talking about England here. England's next game is likely to be July the 2nd. Panama, keep it out, keep it out. Head tennis in the England penalty area. The next England game, as it stands, assuming England win this game, would be... they would play the Democratic Republic of Congo, winner of Group L. They would play... Oh, no, July the 1st, actually. So, and I think it would be the first... Oh, it would. It would be the very first July the 1st game, which is 2 a.m. Oh, England would play a 2 a.m. kickoff in Toronto. Oh, no, it would be Atlanta. England against Congo in Atlanta. 2 a.m. kickoff. July the 1st. And what's that? Is that a Wednesday? It is. Early hours of Wednesday morning, England will play Congo at 1 a.m. That's what it's looking like so far. M15 to Senegal. According to what Sky Sports did a thing on this earlier, it could be Senegal, but it's more likely to be Congo, and there's an outside chance it could be Austria or Algeria. They are the three options for England. I, J or K, third place. Oh, Ghana goal got disallowed. First time England play someone decent, they're on the plane home. Honestly, I'll be really surprised to see how many pubs do lock-ins and how many... Oh, the Tavern will be there. There'll be a lock-in at the Tavern. But I'll be surprised if there'll be plenty of people phoning in sick on Wednesday morning. Imagine your temperature's like 29, 77% humidity, and your national dish is chicken soup. Yeah. But I don't really know what you... What do you... You'd have to have something that was a little bit like... like a nice salad. I'm kidding no one there, am I? Prince Rupert says, I feel like the games are worse time-wise than when they were in Brazil in 2014. Aren't they in the same time zone? Similar. Yeah, similar. Depends, obviously, where where they are in the US. Jed Spence, unlucky. Ryan says, would be 5 p.m. Key, not 1 a.m. Well, not according to this. It's the first game in the round of 32, which is a 2 a.m. kickoff, isn't it, in Atlanta? Winner of Group L. Oh, 12 p.m. Sorry, you're right. You're right. 12 p.m. local time. I apologise. I apologise. It would be... Yes, you're right. It'd be 5 p.m. It wouldn't be early hours of the morning. Cons, it is a liability, says Mr. Turnable. Oh, sorry, Mr. Are you having a laugh? It was, sorry. I don't know how they live like that with that kind of heat 24/7. I couldn't do it. I'd never sleep. I think you're just kind of bred differently though, aren't you? I think you become more tolerant of heat if you're sort of accustomed to it from a very young age. Whereas we're useless, aren't it? Over here, aren't we? Creators Key talking shite as usual. No surprise there. Why? What am I talking shite about? Rupert says if you're born in that type of heat, you get used to it, Northville. Exactly. Oh, do you mean about the kickoff time? It did say it was a funny kickoff time. Goal given, 1-1. The Ghana goal stands. Jordan, I'm sure we can play it like 2 at some point though if things do go through. Yeah, there's loads of games. The round of 32 games, there's quite a lot of. There's a 4 a.m. kickoff. I mean, I'm not looking forward to that one. July the 2nd, we've got an 8 p.m. kickoff and then a 12 a.m., a 4 a.m. Oh, that's going to be minging. 12 a.m. and 8 p.m., 12 a.m., 4 a.m. What is that? How long was that Ghana VAR? It was a while. It was a good while. For those who are watching along, I'm going to be live again in 40 minutes. Jordan says, can Ghana go above us? No, Ghana can't go above us because of our goal difference against Croatia. It would take England to draw. No, there's no way. There's no feasible way at all, actually. Unless Ghana win and England draw. Night shift, that's it. We'll be there with you, Kate. Just have to get the sleep right. That's the difficult thing, is trying to get the sleep right. Make sure you're basically waking up at like 7 p.m. So hard to sleep through the day as it is. Scotland are officially gone after that Ghana result now, aren't they? Yes, they needed Ghana to win by 3 clear goals against Croatia. It was never, ever going to happen. Edge of the box, England knocking it around. Elliot Anderson. Ball over the top. Mark Gay shows his pace. Good football. All the way back to Pickford. That's better. Stephen says, what channel is the Portugal game? I think it's BBC One, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, the next game's on BBC One and BBC Two. So, Uzbekistan and Dr. Congo are, I think, BBC Two. Hey, it's Ollie Watkins and Jordan Henderson. BBC One is Colombia, Portugal. That's a 12:30 kickoff. I'll be live for it. Adam says, job done, but it's not convincing. Can only get better in the knockouts. Tartan Army can play bagpipes on the flight home. Speaking of flights home, have you seen about Uruguay? The Uruguay FA cancelled cancelled the private jet. They had a private jet flying the players to and from the World Cup. And they've basically said to the players, make your own way home. You've been that bad at the World Cup. You're a national disgrace. Make your own way home. You're not getting a private jet back. We're not paying for it. I thought that was brilliant. Bielsa's almost certainly finished. He can't wait to get back to... Oh, that's a red. That's a red card, ref. That has to be a red. I can't believe he's only going to give a yellow here. It's a rugby tackle. That's basically what happened in the Belgium game. Andrade fully drags him down. It's a lovely bit of football. Ollie Watkins is away. I think the only saving grace is that maybe he's in his own half. But he's through there, isn't he, Andrade? Henderson, the first Englishman to be at 4 World Cups. Is he really? Is it 2010, 2014, 2018, 2014, 2018, 2022, 2026? Nice. Uruguay was shocking. Well done by their FA. Guaranteed that's Bielsa's doing. Nunez will still end up on the wrong plane, says Ian. Elliot Anderson and Harry Kane off. Jordan Henderson proudly wearing the skipper's armband. Oh, and Ollie Watkins only just come on. I don't know who it was then who was clean through just a minute ago. This charming Dan says 8 a.m, 12 a.m, 4 a.m. Sweet zombie Jesus, that's horrendous. I already feel sorry for you, Key. You're going to be Donald Ducked. The good news is that I can solely focus on that. I've not got, that's not awful. That makes me sound like a really bad dad. My little girl's on holiday. She's gone abroad with my wife. She's gone. They're going having a lovely time for the next couple of weeks. So I don't have any school run, any of that to do. It's literally just make sure your sleep is right, get yourself to sleep, and you'll be there for the 8 a.m, 12 a.m, 4 a.m kickoffs in the knockout round. Croatia 2, Ghana 1. Ex-Everton midfielder Nikola Vlasic has scored. Mr. Turnbull says Ghana goalkeeper just pulled off a save of the tournament, but Croatia score. Was it Asare? Pete says, why aren't you doing the Congo game? It's a big game, that, Key. Well, I thought that the Portugal-Colombia game was arguably bigger because it was going to decide who the group winner was. I mean, let's see, who can Portugal and Colombia actually get? Portugal, Colombia. So it'll be K. So winners of Group K will play who? E, I, and L. Ow. Not good, Mr. Turnables. No, not good at all, mate. Oh, it could be Senegal. Portugal, Senegal. That'll be good. Portugal, Senegal, I think it's going to be in the next round. That's a hell of a knockout game. Stephen, have you got the house to yourself? Get the beers out and have a lads' party. Come on, I need one more goal. Madweki. Edge of the box. It's Jed Spence. Hit it. Eze. Come on, you're not playing for Arsenal now. Rashford. Back to Henderson. This is not fair. We've been exciting to watch today. Such is football, mate. That's true. You've got the place to yourself. Open the real Tavern. Yeah. I'm sure that wouldn't get bumped. Oh, here we go. Wonderful play. Down the right-hand side. Rashi. Hit it, lad. Hit it. Why are they so intent on going backwards? Here's Madweki. Far post. Must be. Oh, Rashford again. Again. Oh. Come on, England, score for Key. To be honest, I've already got England to win to 0, so I'm good on that one. I just really could do with England to get a third. Because I've got on another one. England over 2.5 match goals I've got. Quintero and Davis have come on. House to yourself and have an often chat to come round and watch the game, Key. Absolutely wrong, and it's poor, innit? Absolute shambles, to be honest. That's not a foul, ref. Behave yourself. This ref's dying. Give everything to Panama. If they score, I'll be livid. I'll be absolutely livid. As the saying goes, Key, while the cat's away, the mice will play. Hope your missus and daughter have a great holiday while you enjoy the football in a packed Matchday Tavern. Well, it just means I've got less, chores to do, I guess. Just have to do like a rapid spring clean while they're away. I'll do that in like the final. Because that's standard. That's what us blokes do, innit? We live like a pig in shit for the next 2 weeks. Absolute bachelor pad. And then, look, you're on your way home from the airport, love. All right, yeah, no worries. Boom, get spraying everywhere, wiping it all down, hoovering up, do the dishes. It's gonna look like an house of hoarders for the next 2 weeks. Harris says, what's your prediction for Morocco v Netherlands? I think Netherlands win that one. Morocco have been very good, and it's quite fashionable to think Morocco are going to go far, but I don't like Morocco. I can't like them after the whole AFCON final thing. I hate their conduct as a nation football team. Hakimi accused of some alleged stuff as well recently. They're not incredibly likeable, really. Morocco as a football team. Like the shitbags of the World Cup. Harris, don't you think Senegal was also partly to blame, though, for running off the pitch? Not really. I mean, listen, I can understand that you'd probably you would feel disappointed and maybe they shouldn't have shown their frustration that way. But I think the referee was losing rapid control of that game. And then the behaviour from Morocco after it was, I thought it was really poor. That's AFCON being corrupt, says Sarah. I mean, again, we've seen that so many times, haven't we, as well? The AFCON referees being accused of corruption, blowing up early. There was a game at the AFCON not that long ago, was it a World Cup qualifier, where the ref blew up on like 85 minutes or something. What a pass! Go on, lad! Oh, how's you not scored it? Oh, 6 added minutes. That was the moment. That was it. That was it. Oh, no, Panama are in. Keep them out, Pickford! No! Offside! Yes! Please be offside. Please be offside. Please. If that's not offside, I have absolutely shit the bed. Please be offside. Please. Yeah, he's miles off. He's miles off. Thank God for that. Mr. Al-Shamari, who would you say is your man of the match, Key? 1,000,000% Jude Bellingham today. Adam says, I'm not happy. Fidel Escobar never scored. How can you have a name like that and not smuggle one in? Max says, Key, I feel like I'm watching Spurs right now. It's a very Spursy performance, a very Ev performance, I would say. No offence, Prince Rupert, Shell, the Evs in the chat. We love you. Do you rate Pickford anymore? I never really rated him anyway, Jordan. I mean, I actually think Dean Henderson's a better goalkeeper and has had a better season than Pickford. But every time Pickford's been chosen for England, he's always done a decent job. He's a little bit like Saka in that sense. I think Saka plays better for England. Rashford plays better for England. And that's often why they are picked. 3 Star says, I can agree with that semi-final that sentiment when my mum goes away for a week. I'm the same. Watch football downstairs. That's it. Yeah. Miles offside. It was a fanny's herd at best. Fanny's herd. I've never heard of that. A bug's dick, we call it in the Northwest. He wasn't miles off. It was only a bug's dick. Made me nervous in the 3 matches, says Jordan. Well, we've only got 3.5 to go. Only 3.5 to go. Prince Rupert says, Key can't help himself roasting the Ev, and Pickford is by far England's best goalkeeper. Be real. Oh, keep him out. That's a great ball. I tell you what, Jordan Pickford, lucky boy. England are hanging on here. They're 2-0 up, and all of a sudden, Panama should have maybe just scored at least one. What a pass that is. What a pass. Ian says, one of the running characteristics of every England is sticking too long with their keeper. Shilton, Seaman, Pickford. Correct. Yes. Yeah, we do have form for that. Oh, it wasn't that far, actually. No, he was. Look at that. That's miles offside in the grand scheme of things. He's a thigh off, a chest off, a neck off. He's miles off. His short and curlies were offside. Edge of the box. Eze, strike, deflection. Oh, nearly 3. Eze with a strike. Dreshko. What club do you support? I'm a Liverpool fan, just like you, my mate. Unlucky. Unlucky, that. Really unlucky. Another corner. Yeah, another corner for England. Jordan Henderson's going to take it and probably play it short, I think. It's not been a great England performance, let's be honest. It has been a little bit flat. Yeah, I've not been absolutely bowled over by the England performance, but they've got the job done, and that's the main thing. 90 seconds left. Panama free kick in their own box. Cheers, Prince Rupert. Thank you very much, sir. so hot. So hot. Long ball forward. Ollie Watkins is onside. He's got players with him as well. If he can get in the... Oh, he's done well. Oh, excellent. Excellent cross, but a good save from the keeper. Big last 60 seconds. Big last 15 for Panama if they can get their first goal of the World Cup in their last game. They finished rock bottom of the group on 0 points, but I think they can actually be very proud of how they've performed. Panama, there you go. It is game over. Panama 0, England 2. Good result. Not a great performance. Still question marks over a lot of Thomas Tuchel's tactics. England's approach, England's ability to perform in the big moments, but it is there full time. This charming Dan, this performance has been flat as a witch's tit, as the saying goes. They'll seriously need to up their game in the knockouts. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Right. Okay, folks. England will be playing, it's looking like Congo. Obviously, we need to see what happens in the next game. Could be England against Congo. Outside chance of Senegal, possibly. But it's looking like it's going to be England versus Congo in the next round. Yeah, I will be back in... Well, potentially I'll be back in about 20 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to do the Colombia game. I'll be honest, I am roasting in here now. I might need to get the aircon on in here for like 15 minutes, see if I can open it up a bit and cool it down, because it's boiling. It's unbearable in here today. It has been a bit cooler, but it's boiling in this room all of a sudden again. Yeah, I should be back. I should be back for the Portugal-Colombia game. If I am not, then I will be back for South Africa-Canada tomorrow. But I'm going to see. I'll see how I feel. Right, take it easy, folks. Lots of love. Have a nice night. Thank you. Make sure you hit like on the way out. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Ta-da. Literally tomorrow, because it's in 4 minutes. It's tomorrow. Ta-da.